Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 98 and we're currently over here inside the somewhat unloaded, there we go, sugarcane farms that we built in the previous episode of Hermitcraft. And I have to say, the comments to these things, you guys seem to really like them. You can see that they're currently switched off at the minute. We don't have any items in the hopper timer, so it's not currently switched on. But we will be doing that at some point. But before we do, I've got some news for you guys at the start of today's episode. I mentioned this on Twitter the other day, and I don't really know what to say, to be honest with you. I'm really bad at this sort of thing. As you guys know, I usually start off my Hermitcraft episodes, all happy, all joyful. Another episode is going to be great fun, exciting, etc. Sadly, it's not going to be starting off like that today, because as you guys can see, currently this episode, or at least if everything goes to plan, this episode is going to be a lot shorter than your average episode, and also didn't do a Monday evening live stream. Probably not going to be any live streams over the next couple of weeks, and also Hermitcraft might be shorter over the next couple of weeks because I have got some news. Alright, I'm just going to go out and say it. I keep messing around with my words and things like that, and I can't particularly do it very well. On October the 13th, sadly, my mum is going to be going into surgery. She just recently got diagnosed with a really early onset type of breast cancer, so they've caught it really very early, but obviously it's a big shock. Cancer is not a word that we've ever had in our household, and it's come very soon. It's extremely soon. We only found out about it about a week ago, I would say, and then suddenly it's all go with surgery, getting everything removed and doing all of that. And then she's going to be at home over the 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm basically going to be looking after her because, of course, after surgery, you're feeling extremely rough. There's no way that I'm just going to say, yeah, mum, you deal with that. I'm going to be recording videos. I'm not going to be doing that. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying my best to record videos before that happens, before October the 13th. Get a few videos done, bulk record, and then they will release over the next couple weeks. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan. I don't know how long the recovery period is, but I'm going to prioritise looking after my mum over YouTube, unfortunately for some of you. I know that might frustrate some of you. I don't know. Don't know how the comments are going to be about it, but that's essentially the way everything is going to be going. So that's what's happening at the minute. Yeah, big news, unfortunately, and we're just going to roll with it, okay? We're going to deal with it. We're going to roll with it. Everything's fine. My mum's going to be fine. She's absolutely fine. As I say, early onset. We've caught it extremely early, so everything will be okay. It's just, it's a big shock. It is a big shock. But anyway, that's enough of that. I'm going to stop talking about that now because, I've got a Hermitcraft episode to do, and I want to try and make it interesting. We're still going to be doing some awesome plans, but I just thought I would get that out there so that you're all aware, because I don't want to keep you in the dark about this sort of stuff. Okay, so now that is all out of the way, I apologise for starting today's episode off on a bit of a downer. Unfortunately, that's just the way these things occasionally go. If you wouldn't mind going down to the comments section and just, giving some support, I am considering showing my mum some of the comments of today's video and things like that. Perhaps when she comes out of surgery or something, maybe I'll print them all off and give them to her in a big file. That would be quite a cool thing to do. But yeah, that's essentially what's happening. We're going to be moving on from that because, of course, if we stay on that topic, it's going to be a very depressing episode of Hermitcraft. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be Halloweenifying a lot of my base area because, it's Halloween's coming around. Halloween is around the corner, and I want to get some more Halloween-themed bits around the base. So what I'm doing now is I'm heading over to the Hermit Hills area. We're going to pick up some pumpkins because, of course, they need to be dotted around the base, but also I want to put a giant pumpkin head on the giant mumbo that we've got inside the satellite base area. I think that'll be a lot of fun, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Pumpkins have been acquired, and there appears to be absolutely tons of zombies in my base, but I actually just thought I'd try something. I've just remembered that the zombies can wear pumpkins on their heads and they won't despawn, but it seems like all of the pumpkins that were just in my base have actually burned to death, which isn't brilliant. That's really ruined my idea. So I've just popped over to Hermit Hills. I picked up a ton of pumpkins from the pumpkin and melon farm that I built very early on in the Hermitcraft series, but I've acquired loads of pumpkins now, and we are going to be building it around this guy's head. Honestly, I can't wait to see how good this thing looks. Obviously, we're going to be building it around the outside of the hair and everything like that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a hole for the eyes, and I'm tempted, really am tempted to leave a hole for the mustache. I don't really know. We'll see how that looks in the end. But yeah, this is where we're going to be building the pumpkin head. It's going to be quite big. This guy's head is considerably bigger than I remember. I hope I've got enough pumpkins. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks. You know, I would have thought that's going to be enough pumpkin. I mean, his head's pretty big, but it's not that big. So I reckon we're going to be okay. But what I'm going to do is I am going to do this as a third-person time-lapse. I'm going to try my best to find some spooky music that we can play through this one, just to get into that Halloween spirit. But all in all, it should be a fairly interesting time-lapse. So let's crack on. So guys, it has been 1 day since the previous clip. Unfortunately, my mum had some hospital bits to do, so I had to do all of those bits. But now I am back. It is the next day, and I'm sort of glad that that's happened, because as you can see, our pumpkin head's done, and when I finished building it, I wasn't particularly sold on it, okay? I saw it and I was like, yeah, you know, it's not too bad. It's not disgustingly ugly, but it's not brilliant. But I have to say, when I've come back, you know, it's the next day now, I've had a bit of a rest, I actually really like it. I do. I really like it. I like the way that we've done it. It's definitely the best size it could have been. The first one that we built, the first one that we did was absolutely enormous. I built it around the hair and everything like that, and it was as wide as the guy's arms and also stuck out about a mile. So I wasn't going to be sticking with that one, so we took all of that out and then we made it slightly smaller, and then I took the edges off, and I think that looks pretty good with the mustache out the front. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Another thing that happened yesterday while I was away is Jeb has been doing some tweeting. And I am very excited about what he's been tweeting about. He's been tweeting about features that he is going to be adding in Minecraft 1.9. And they look absolutely awesome. For those of you who don't know, Jeb is going to be adding flying into Minecraft 1.9. Now, it's not flying, okay? It's not like your traditional sort of fly like a bird. It's gliding, okay? So he's adding gliding into Minecraft 1.9. And I have to say, I am so excited for this. This is definitely one of my favourite changes to Minecraft in a very long time indeed. I think it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Like, for example, in situations like this, just imagine how much more fun it's going to be when you can just jump off the edge and then glide around the place. You know, I'll glide around the pumpkin there, and we'll make our way through the tunnel and things like that. I'm so excited. I think it's one of the coolest changes ever, and I know there's going to be people down in the comment section saying, oh, you know, gliding, you know, that's really overpowered, and oh, Minecraft shouldn't have gliding, that's unrealistic and things. I don't even care. I don't care that it's overpowered. It's not even that overpowered because you can't really fly, and I don't care that it's unrealistic, even though hand gliders do exist. I just think it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun creating redstone contraptions using it. For example, of course, there's going to be like precision courses and things like that where you have to go through hoops. That will be good fun. But more importantly, like exiting your base, I was thinking slime block launcher out and then glide down, or TNT launch out, then glide down. It's going to be the coolest thing ever. I can't wait. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. I'll put the link to Jeb's tweets down in the description because they're going to be pretty useful to see. But in other news, I've built this stalk, and you really can't see it. Is there any point in this stalk? Seriously, you can't see it at all. I'm going to go up to the top, and we'll see if, well, of course we're going to be able to see it from there. I wonder what this guy looks like from above. Hopefully pretty good. I'm hoping that it's going to be okay. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, that looks cool. That looks really cool. Yeah, that looks awesome. It looks arguably better from up at the top here, which I suppose is a positive thing. So yeah, I really like that. The next thing that we're going to be doing regarding Halloween decorations is we are going to be creating a bunch of armor stands, and we're going to be placing pumpkin heads on them. And I really can't remember how to make armor stands. Do you make them like this? Oh, we're going to need more sticks. Okay, I want to make tons of these guys, probably a full stack, and we're just going to dot them around with pumpkin heads on the top. I seem to remember that you can put pumpkin heads on the top. Let me just give this a quick tester before I craft all of these guys. That one there, and pumpkin. Yes, that is absolutely perfect. So these guys are going to be dotted around. If I manage to get enough iron, which I know I could get enough iron, but that will be a lot of crafting. We could put armor on them, but for now, it's just going to be floating pumpkin heads. I think that looks good. Yeah, that would be cool. I'm going to be honest, guys. These little fellas are actually a little bit creepy. Like, they're a little bit strange. I think it's because maybe they remind me of the Weeping Angels plus those scarecrow things from Doctor Who. I remember watching those episodes when I was a lot younger, probably about 11 or 12, and I was genuinely scared by those. And yeah, I think it might be reminding me of that because they're a little bit eerie, aren't they? They don't move, obviously. They're completely inanimate, but they're just there. And they're staring at you. And yeah, they've got like big dead eyes. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't like it. But we're going to continue placing them. And I'm just going to dot them around the entire base. I'm going to make sure that they face wherever you walk in. So for example, you know, when you walk in here, you're going to have these guys looking at you. And I'll probably put another one around about here so that he's looking at you as well. Halloween, man. I'm going to be scared. So we are almost done. We've got 3 armor stands left. I'm just in the process of placing them around the back of the snowy biome. One there, and then the last armor stand I would say we're going to place here. Okay, that is absolutely perfect, so let's take a look. If we look around, you can see that these guys are dotted all over the place. We've got them up at the top, we've got them on the entrance into the base, we've got a few over in the storage area as well. Over in that area there, you can see we've got a pumpkin there. It just looks, it's really strange. Really, really strange looking around and seeing these little guys dotted about. I tell you what, there's one that actually does creep me out a little bit. And that is the ones that stare through the windows here. I find that really odd. I think it's because as a child, I was a little bit scared of people looking in through my window and them being able to see me, but me not being able to see them. That's always sort of creeped me out. And I think that's why these ones for me are really, really odd. So there we go. That is our Halloween sort of creepy project that we've done. These little guys have been invited into the base. We've got 64 pumpkin heads. What I might do is I might do like a contest where people can call out their locations and see if they can get all 64. Because, like I say, they are all throughout the entire base. They're inside the farms. They're pretty much everywhere. I'll start walking around while I do the final sequence. But yeah, that is the end of today's Hermitcraft episode. I apologise that it's a little bit shorter than usual. As I said in the beginning, there isn't really a whole lot that I can do about that, unfortunately. That's sort of the way these things go occasionally, but everything will return to normal within around about 2 to 3 weeks. So you've got that to look forward to, basically. We're going to be returning back to normal in about 2 to 3 weeks when everything is fine, and I'll try my best to keep you guys up to date on the situation via Twitter. I'll probably try my best to mention it in YouTube videos as well, but Twitter is definitely the place to go. So yeah, that is the end. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.